Welcome to my new kitchen. I have a goal. I want to cook everything in the skill guide and serve it up fresh to the busy adventurers of Gillinor. Today I'm in Varrock. On the menu is a steak and ale pie, a spicy tomato dipping sauce, and a choice of craft beers, either the chocolatey Dwarven Stout or a hoppy Asgardian ale. Now we don't have much time and the people are hungry. This is freshly served. Hey, welcome back. So we're kind of right where we left off. We're still in Falador. I've got a couple of things I need to do before I finish up here, actually. We're going to go ahead and pop our heads down into the Dwarven mine, just to say hello to them, hoping to get to know some of these dwarves a little bit better in the next few days. But also, I'm going to need to restock on my pie dishes to make the meat pies. And so it's going to be helpful for me to mine a whole bunch more clay. Now, is it this shop up here? Drogo, let's see. It is not Drogo. I'm going to say hi to him anyway. Welcome to my mining shop, friend. Oh, I love the dwarves already. Oh, we are in. We are locked in. Why would I insult him by calling him shorty? Or maybe it's like familial. Like, hey, shorty, let me try it. I may be short, but at least, okay. I'm so sorry, Drogo. I've become the world's biggest hypocrite. I'll see you soon, alright? Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Kicking myself for that. Hello, shorty. What was I thinking? Jesus. So this must be the place. Nermoff is our man. Let's introduce ourselves. Greetings and welcome to my pickaxe shop. Oh, I'm in exactly the right spot then. Alright, fantastic. Here we go. This is such a high roller experience to me, going through Nermoff's pickaxe shop and buying one of everything. Unreal. Oh. Is that a counter or a coffee? Oh, pie dish. How did they know? Stumbled on Nermoff having a chat with another gentleman. Hello there, man. I love your hat. It's almost as cool as my hat. Almost. Who are you? I'm an employee of Keldagrim Carts. Good on you, man. I love the moustache as well. The whole look, actually. The hat, the big bushy eyebrows. Don't trim them. I love them. Where can you take me? I don't think I'm allowed to take you into the city of Keldagrim, human. Perhaps when you find another way into the city and talk to someone of importance there, you'll be allowed to. That's interesting. Well, he's nice enough to give me this ticket. I'm going to be able to come back and ride this cart when I'm ready. Maybe he wouldn't let me ride in the cart to go to a city because I insulted Drogo. It's fair. I'd do the same thing. And I'm just going to check with Larry here whether he minds me using his stove just while I'm in town. Hi, Larry. Please excuse me, I'm rather busy. Maybe he just won't notice. Whoa, he's got a really nice stove. Look at this thing. It's huge. Could fit a human body inside there. That's crazy. We're going to cook up a couple of red berry pies here. We're going to take these with us. These aren't to eat, unlike all this food I've got at the bottom of my inventory here, which is like my traveling snacks. 2 cakes, a shark, and 2 manta rays. I mean, I don't know what you guys pack when you go on your adventures, but I always like to have at least 2 cakes. And so we set off on an ocean voyage, arriving first in the sleepy seaside town of Catherby, and then heading north towards the mountains. There's a reason why dwarves really like red berry pies, and it's not just because it's like the most delicious pie in the game, although obviously, of course, that's a huge reason. But also, it's warm, it's sweet, it's cozy, it's comforting. Dwarves really need that because I happen to know that they live up in the north where it's really, really cold. And so the pie is like the perfect antidote to this like icy northern weather. Oh, this looks like it might be the place. I'm seeing some good signs. And of course that's why I've got the 2 pies on me as well. Just in case I need to grease any wheels, impress any people. Let's head on in. Hello, my friends. Hi there, fresh served. Want to take a ride? Where are you going? Across the river? That's what the ferryman is for. I'm going to Keldagrim, my home. That's exactly where I'm looking to go. I was told to find another way. You're the way. Let's do it. Oh boy, I'm excited. Keldagrim, the grand capital of the Dwarven realm. That looks like a giant dwarf in need of a giant red berry pie, if you're asking me. Oh, uh-oh. Oh no. You try to travel to a new place and cook some food. This is exactly why I've brought these 2 red berry pies, actually. Like I said, I want to grease some wheels. I want to show that I'm friendly. Identify yourself. I'm fresh served. I didn't knock over the statue, but I do have 2 pies. Don't worry about it. Oh, okay. I want you to go and see the local sculptor and help him build a new statue. Yeah, I'll do it. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I just agreed to get out of the conversation. I've got other work I need to do here. Because if there's two things dwarves know, it's mining and beer. We're here to make some good beer. I have literally never engaged with the brewing mechanic in this game ever at all. So little that I don't even know exactly where in Keldagrim you're supposed to go. Oh, is it here? Let's try here. This doesn't seem like the public entrance. I'll go around the front. Oh, wow. Haha. They've got quite the setup in there. Look at all those beer taps. What have you got on tap, guys? Let me in. Nothing for me. What have you got to offer? A toast to me. Oh, okay. Let's make a toast. Well, I think it better be a Dwarven Stout while I'm here. Cheers. Okay, there's another pub over the river there. Oh my gosh, I love it. What a cute little spot with a framed painting. It's a little bit tacky, but I do like it. Hi, barmaid. Welcome to the Laughing Miner pub. Some beer, please. Hang on. Posty Pete? Hi, Posty Pete. Are you having a beer here at the pub? How are you? Everyone deserves a break, you know. It gets pretty tiring lugging letters about all day. Oh my gosh. Can I join you? Why? Am I coming apart? Oh my god, boo. You've been here a while, haven't you? Maybe I have, maybe I have. It all goes straight to my head, you see. Oh my gosh, I can see that. Bye, Pete. And so Pete is here, and the Beast? Hello, the Beast. Why do they call you that? Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, I see it's right. Let's try upstairs then. Oh, this is it. This has got to be it. First off, though, this is the cutest thing I've ever seen in RuneScape. Are you kidding me? Oh, I love it. What a view. You get to see the dancing, jigs there. Wow. Okay. Oh, you coming out on the balcony, bro? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to. I just wanted to talk to you about this. Oh, I love it. You could help me on this whole brewing thing. This is exactly why I'm here. If he tells me to go find a brewer, like Sarah did about the farming, I might be able to. Okay, that's better than nothing. What do you need to know? Well, everything, actually. Truly, I've never done this. First off, you need to fill the vat with water, 2 bucketfuls of water. Okay, 2 buckets in the vat. Then you need to put in 2 handfuls of barley malt. That's roasted barley, by the way. After that, you'll be putting your main ingredient in. This will decide which ale you bring. Cool. That's what I'm going to grow in the farms. We're going to get to that soon. Lastly, you pour a pot full of ale yeast in, which will start it off fermenting. Then all you have to do is wait for the good stuff. Do you want to spare ale yeast? As a matter of fact, I do. I wouldn't describe it as spare. Okay, fair enough. If you've got a pot, I'll fill it for 25 GP. Very cheap. All right. Thank you so much, Blanderbeer. Blanderbeer was so helpful. I'm going to give him a pie. I'm going to leave it for him out on his table out here on the balcony to thank him for all the help. He's given me all the tips I need now. Beautiful. That's for you, my man. I've left you a pie out on your balcony. Here, mate. Pub. I guess I guess if he always walks around this place clockwise, his sign is going to work. What did you want? Now give me a recap. Within 18 minutes, and I have something for you. 18 minutes. Okay, I can do that, I think. Oh, I'm running the wrong way. I'm panicking. I know she sells capes, but I'm worried it's just a black one. Panic solution, I'll go pick some red berries and then I'll go down to Draenor. Yeah. Oh shit, okay. Easy. Oh, she doesn't even sell black capes. Oh, the run energy. Hate to be in a time crisis on this account, I tell you. I have to stop to pet the stray dog. Good boy. Woof indeed. I've never gone down this trapdoor before. I've never done this. Wow. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm like right there. Holy. Okay. Where are you, mate? I've got something for you. Look, I've got what you asked me to get. Oh my gosh, I love this game. Well, here you go. Here, some coins for you. Wait, how much? Check the footage. How much did he give me? He's the cheapest labor we could find. We don't have a lot of money to spare, you know. We pay him in beer. I'm going to leave my second red berry pie here as a thank you to the barmaid. And just whoever. You know, the beast can have a bite. He can have a slice of the pie as well if he'd like. Posty Pete if he returns. There we go. Thank you so much for your hospitality, man. So what did we learn? We learned I'm going to need the barley for it. We've got some compost to pay for the barley. I have some marigolds. I should be planting more marigolds is what we're learning here. And then I should get some onions on the go to pay for my Asgardian hops. Now, I have never, in all my time playing the game, planted anything in this hops patch. I'm really excited. I don't know what the crops even look like when they're grown. This is going to be so cool. That'll do nicely, madam. Leave it with me. I'll make sure that patch grows for you. Hello, cow. Another boring story that the Varrock West Bank reminded me of. In one of my rare, single months of getting membership, the very first time I got it, I remember I went to the scimitar shop in Taverley, which I don't think I've visited since, I'll be honest with you. Oh my gosh, hang on. Hold on to the minecart, have fun. Look at me go! I'm clinging on for dear life, look at that. Anyway, I went there and I bought as many adamant scimitars as I could afford, which was perhaps 1, perhaps 2 to 3. And then I went to the Varrock West Bank and I was like, I am gonna make so much cash with these. I'm gonna be rich. And no one bought them. And now if I hadn't used the hop patch near Lumbridge, you can believe that I've never used this hops patch. This is a gorgeous spot. Holy moly. What I'm thinking for my little loop though is I start around Draenor, check on that patch, walk to the hops patch near Lumbridge, walk up to the minecart, travel to Keldagrim, move through Keldagrim and walk down to this hops patch, and then walk down to Taverley where I'm going to charter a ship to Port Sarim, and then I just kind of loop it. Uh-oh, I have to rescue my onions. Oh, thank goodness. They're okay. I love it. It looks so good. Look at this. I'm going to go to my kitchen since I'm so close by and see whether I'm right about cooking the barley to turn it into the toasted barley or whatever it is, which sounds like a cereal. Okay, awesome, fantastic. Yes, good. Now, can I burn it? Oh my gosh, it looks so delicious when it's roasted. Look at that. Barley malt, okay. Barley malt. And so I did my farming loops. The walks were slow but peaceful, and my crops were growing beautifully. I gathered barley and marigolds and onions and clay, and my very first hops. Wow. Vaskin, you've done a great job, man. These are awesome. When I got tired, I met up with some old friends, the very first adventurers I had met at the Lumbridge Crossroads. There they are, I found them. They were nice enough to give me some homemade pizza for the rest of my adventures, and to point out a few more problems with the Lumbridge cook. And then I was back on the job. Hops and compost and mine carts and more seeds. Now, I talked to Olivia and Draenor about something, and she said unfortunately she isn't able to stock it for me, which was weird because I saw some in her stall and I saw people just taking them while I was talking to her, but she wouldn't sell them to me for some reason. So unfortunately that means I'm going to have to put in a special order for this item, and that's these tomato seeds, which we're going to need for the spicy tomato sauce that we're going to serve alongside the pies today. And that's another farm run completed. So looking down at the game timer there, it seems like the whole thing takes me about 20 minutes, which means I think I might have discovered the new farming meta. I did more walking and digging and unicorns and glass blowing. I knew this guy once who would do glass blowing stuff, but he would also do stuff with radioactive-ish kind of tinged green uranium glass, really old school glass that they don't use to make stuff anymore. And he was like, yeah, it's totally safe. I'm like, yeah, maybe. Is it more safe than using glass without uranium? And then more walking and more farming and more walking and more farming until I was ready to brew. So let's head back in and we'll say hello to our friends at the Laughing Miner, who have been very kind to me actually, and they're having a bit of financial difficulty and they can't afford the kind of, speak of the devil, they can't afford the kind of promotion that they'd really like to help their business grow. They can't afford the right employees, they can't afford the right kind of staff. So I've offered them a little bit of a favor, which is I'm gonna run a sponsorship for them in this episode for free, but they're gonna give me a cut of any profits they make off the sponsorship. So I'm kind of counting on you guys to come and visit. You'll see the sponsorship is coming up soon, but so it would be a huge favor to me if you guys would stop by here, buy a beer or two, buy some of the stew, maybe stick to the beer if you don't want to play it too risky. I'm a little bit worried about what they're using to make the stew. The beer, I'm assured, is great. Okay, so blend a beer. Fill my pot with ale yeast. Water. Step 1, water. Boom, you add some water to the vat. Barley malt second, I believe. Boom. Hops third, all 4. I love it. And then ale yeast. You add a pot of ale yeast into the vat and the contents begin to ferment. Great. My guy, are your windows just holes in your wall? Grim. A portion of today's episode is sponsored by the Laughing Miner Pub. Stop in at the Laughing Miner Pub in the cozy heart of Keldagrim for a cold beer and a warm stew. Share a drink with our famous clientele like Posty Pete and the Beast, and after you've had a few, you'll stop hearing the thousands of rats that scurry in the basement and threaten every day to take over the entire business. Inexplicably, the Laughing Miner Pub has fallen on hard times, so together we're teaming up for this new special offer. From now on, at the Laughing Miner, all miners drink for free. Stouts, ales, lagers, you name it. If you are a miner, you drink for free. Come on down to the Laughing Miner Pub, and please don't say anything about the rats. As my first batch of ale was brewing, I busied myself with the final preparations. I made and fired my pie dishes. I visited Millie's and ground up a few pots of flour. And then, an hour or so later, I returned to the Laughing Miner, innocently expecting my first batch of Dwarven Stout. We'll take 10 beer glasses, we'll take another 4 Hammerstone hops, and then after I've done this, I'll get another batch going, and then I'll take my final trip across the sea for my final secret ingredient. Okay, so it looks like it's still fermenting. Okay, I'm realizing that this may take a little bit longer than I assumed it did. You need like a STEM degree to understand what's going on in this fermentation time page on the wiki. I'm having a look. This may impact the day of service somewhat. Okay, based on shift. Well, this is quite the discovery. I'll be back, I guess. I'm going to hold off on getting that meat now because I was thinking I might be able to just slam through a bunch of batches of beer. But you know, we're at the whims of the game. This is all the experience, right? What can I do but go along for the ride? And I can only serve beer I've brewed myself, please. That's the freshly served guarantee, of course. Okay, I think I got really, really lucky here. Okay, so a lot has gone on. First off, we've got a mysterious old man. But more importantly, I think I might have just got really, really lucky with my Dwarven Stout. Have a present. Thanks. Huge of you, bro. Huge of you. So, I've been trying to figure out this brewing thing. I feel like the wikis are saying different things about the average time. This is the next day, by the way. And I just logged in, and you can see it. I wasn't even set up to record because basically I talked myself out of this thing, finishing brewing it all today. I was like, well, that's going to be tomorrow, probably, based on the odds. If you look in the chat, you can see within the time I've been logged in, it was still fermenting, and now it's saying it's filled with it. Does that mean it's finished brewing? Oh, I'm kind of scared of risking it, but I think the step, right, is if I turn this valve and it lets me do it and it fills in this this barrel. If it lets me do that, then it's good, right? And then I can empty the barrel into these beer glasses. I'm weirdly scared. I'm going to try, but look, the vat is filled with Dwarven Stout. I don't know how else to... Yes! Yes, yes, yes. Oh my goodness. Okay, I've done it. Oh, thank gosh. Okay. All right. So, can I brew something else while this barrel is... I can't even talk. I got so emotional over that. Okay. I want to test this. Yes. Okay. I'm scared of one of my batches taking a week. Maybe I've seen all these horror stories too much. I think first thing I need to do is get all my glasses of this stout and put it safely in my bank tab. Now that, I think that was just really lucky. When I say that was like, I think that took me 14 to 15 hours. Let's start a second batch of our Dwarven Stout going. Cool. You might be wondering what I'm doing back here, looking for red berries. And while my stuff is brewing, I just thought, how about we do something nice for the good people of Keldagrim? They've been so friendly to me, they've been so welcoming. So I'm going to go foraging for a few red berries here. And then what I really want to do is I want to bake exactly 26 red berry pies. Just for no real reason. Just like as a nice thing to do for people, right? I'm going to see if this person who's a little bit chatty wants a red berry pie. They've lost their fish. They didn't want one. Fair enough. I know, it's a weird time for me to be here, right? Not at the end of the episode, but... Perfect. Lovely, that's level 22. Oh wow, really good. 23. Fantastic. Let's keep going. Perfect. Okay, we can stop there, we can stop there. We can stop there. You might have seen that pop up really quickly. That had nothing to do with why I made these pies. I just thought it would be a nice thing to do. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 red berry pies. Okay, fantastic. I don't know why I thought it would be 26. Some kind of bad maths must have happened somewhere. And while they're fresh, I'm going to go deliver them to the good people of Keldagrim. Alright, let's see. Oh! Ha ha ha! There's like a pedestrian overbridge for the rail network. That's so cool. Okay, I love that. Hello, Runevester. Runevester? What are you up to, mate? Runvester. Leave an old dwarf in peace, of course. I'm so sorry. But here, have a red berry pie, and actually, because you seem like a troubled fellow, have two. Hi, Reinhold. How are you? Welcome to my home. Thank you for being so welcoming. Asked if there was anything I need. You also get 2 red berry pies, Reinhold. Anywhere in the kebab shop? No, and a lot of broken glass on the floor. Let me see what's going on in here, drunken dwarf. He's been here for years. Oh, this is the kebab dwarf. You're just a... Oh, it's a bit tragic. Perfect. Hey, Carl. How are you? Come in, come in. Nice to see you. What brings me here? Well, I have a whole bunch of red berry pies, actually. You look like you host a lot of dinner parties based on the amount of tables you got. So I'm going to see if I can give you... well, maybe not 3. Let's try 2. Can we do 2? 2 red berry pies for you, Carl. Oh, I found the mother lode. Quite the library you've got here. Hughie. You're Hughie. Okay, great to meet you. It means personification of thought. That's so sweet. Another human visitor, indeed. What brings me? It's actually red berry pies. Enjoy, guys, alright? Make sure the human gets some as well. Drummond, what's going on with you, bro? Get out of my house. Okay, well, before I go, I'm just gonna take this boot. I don't need this boot. I mean, you're not wrong. Can I add a red berry pie to the boot? Perfect. Listen, I still wanted to give you a pie, Drummond, but you're a little bit rude, so what I've decided to do is I've kind of smushed them down on top of your boots. There you go. What? Drummond's cat. I love this damn game. I love this game. Oh, perfect. I've never seen a table more in want of a red berry pie. Enjoy. Who have I just given that to? Santiri. Santiri, hello. Oh, wow. Okay, that's cool. You've got a lot of good stuff. Maybe I'll get a special deal next time I come back. What do you think? I bet these guys are really hungry, these berserkers. They definitely could each use a pie. So let's go. Hello, everyone. Perfect. All right, huge news, friends. Hello, Gauss. Good to see you again, mate. I've got something for everyone who's having a nice drink in the pub today. I'm going to put one on each table. We've got one here, and we've got one here. Enjoy, everyone, all right? I'll see you around. I'm going to be brewing over at the Laughing Miner. My next 2 batches finished brewing exactly when I expected them to, so I got confident. Eagerly awaiting my final batch the next morning, I completed my last preparations. Okay, so it's several days later now, several days. And I'm finally going to cross off the last things on my list that I was going to do way back on that first night when I started brewing. And I was assuming it was going to take 60 minutes for each batch. As you can see across the water there, we've actually got some lovely hops growing. Every time I visited that hops patch, I was eyeing up this lovely field of cows. It's a great spot. You can see Sarah's up on the hill there. And I think from the looks of the field, these cows might be having the best diet of any cows in all of the game. If we look over here, this is a cow field, but look at the state of that ground. The grass is really dry. I think it's been sort of overeaten. There might be too much livestock in that particular paddock. Here, luscious, we've got all these beautiful ferns sprouting up. We've got little patches of daisies. We've got, what's this, a thistle? Exactly, we've got thistles. So these are the cows that we're gonna get our beef from for our steak and our pies. So starting with this cow right here. So that's trip 1 done. Oh yeah, look, it's just so much more grim. And there's a goblin in there. Oh, get this goblin out of here. This is the nice field. No, get out of here. That's right. Oh, he's got a friend. I hope neither of these are Millie's husband. It's kind of hard to tell them apart. I know, I'm sorry. I think it might have been my fault for leaving the gate open, actually. I'll shut it. I feel like I could retire somewhere like this, you know? Maybe this could be me in a few years. Walking around, tending to the cows, picking daisies, making daisy chains. They do have really sweet little faces, don't they? Oh, honey. You're gonna make such a good pie, don't worry about it. Now, I don't want to shock you guys, but look at this tech. Okay, I'm gonna turn on run. Oh my goodness. Now this is what they call a gamer. She's so quick, they call her Usain Bolt. She gets so much flour in the hopper every... Okay, that's enough of that. Oh, that's more like it, thank goodness. Hanging out in everyone's favourite clay mine. Filling my buckets here to make the soft clay that I'll need to make the pie dishes. Whew, and we're heading off. The very final thing I need to cross off my list before I'm ready for the day of service, which feels so good, thank goodness. It's been a long time coming. We have one final voyage that we're going to take, another brand new land to discover. The dipping sauce that we're going to serve with our pies, we want it to have a nice level of spice, a real depth of flavour. And so we're going to talk to Captain Barnaby here, because he can take us to the city of Ardoin. Oh no, I don't want to go to Brimhaven. That wasn't even a misclick. That was a mistap on the wrong key on my keyboard. So let's try that again. Ardoin. And here we are. Whew. Now, this is my first time in this city. I'm not going to explore the whole place today, far from it. All I'm going to do today is we're just peeking our head into this thriving city market just through here. What I really want to do is I want to visit the spice stall here. As you can see from looking, they've got a whole bunch of stuff. Going to have a chat. Hello, are you interested in buying or selling spice? As luck would have it, yes. And what I am going to grab is I am going to grab a shaker of spice here from the Ardoin market. Thank you so much, man. Let's head back to Remington. We'll return to Ardoin another day and explore it further. For now, we're back on the shores of home. Okay, so I might have lied when I said that going to get the spice was the last thing I needed to do to prep for service tomorrow. Because the very best meat pies that I've ever made is a recipe from a New Zealand magazine called Dish Magazine. I can put the link in the description again. And they were beef cheek, mushroom and pancetta pies, and they were so good. And what you did was you slow cooked the beef the day before for like 4 hours, 5 hours, this really, really slow cook. And then you chilled the beef and the sort of stock that had reduced way down. You chilled them both overnight, and then the next day you made pies out of it. And the beef was so tender, it was so flavoursome. I think I'm going to do that with these pies as well. So I've got some of the Dwarven Stout here, which I think is the better of the two beers to add to our braising meats. And I'm going to give them a lovely slow cook now at the range, and then I'll chill them overnight. And then tomorrow we'll shred them up and put them in the pies. It's going to be absolutely perfect. Here we go. So that's batch 1 done. Second batch of beef. browning it off, and then I'm going to add it to my slow cooker, of course. Fantastic batch. Alrighty, that's all good to go. I'll see you tomorrow. And then I logged in on Saturday morning. Yeah. Oh, it's still fermenting. Oh, okay. My theory is fallen apart. Fool me once, shame on brew. Fool me twice, so let's talk about it. How do you do the brew? Here's what the internet tells you about brewing. Minimum 21 hours, maximum 32 hours, maximum 1 week with the stuff. Just wait 1 to 2 days. Most batches of ale take around 3 to 5 days. There is at least one known instance of a fast batch taking well over 2 weeks, approximately 8 to 72 hours. Only check every 12 to 18 hours because ales will not be ready in less than this time under any circumstances. 11 days. Wait 24 hours and then just check. Get some fresh air. Here's what I know. Brewing ticks are 10 hours and 40 minutes apart, and they pass continuously, like a stream. My ale needs to go through at least 2 brewing ticks. Depending on when I happen to start fermentation, the first tick could pass in 10 hours, or in 10 minutes. But then no matter what, I have to wait for the passage of that second tick. But that's not 100%. My final ale here in the vat as I record this has sat through 2 ticks without completing. It must be a percentage chance then, right? And that is all I know. Okay, so all 3 of my previous ones, huge sample size, I know, very scientific. All 3 had led me to think that if I just waited the time for the 2 brewing ticks to pass, then my ale would ferment. Clearly that's actually not the case. There's something else going on. There must be a percentage chance that it advances a stage every time a tick passes. And I got lucky, which is great, but I want to do the meal today. So I'm here at the Lumbridge General Store buying bowls and being haunted by that vat of fermenting ale because I've made a decision. I'm going to do a little bit of gambling. The next brewing tick is due to pass in about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So far, in both episodes, it's taken me about 4 to 5 hours to finish preparing all the food and then stand around looking for hungry adventurers to give it to. So we've got a bit of a game this time. Will the final vat of Asgardian ale finish brewing? Will it go bad? Will it just keep fermenting? There's no way of knowing. I can't wait to find out. But one thing's for sure, I am free of the shackles of brewing. I'm not haunted by it anymore. I'm not even thinking about it. The good news is we've got a full inventory's worth of beer to hand out. We're going to have a full inventory's worth of pies any moment now. We're going to have a full inventory's worth of our spicy tomato dipping sauce. If my tone is a little weird, it's only because of the brewing. Oh, I timed that well with the tick. I got 3 bowls from that world. We're about to make the spicy tomato dipping sauce, and we want to do that first so it has a little bit of time to sit and really develop its flavors. So let's get going with these tomatoes. Let's try it out. I think we need a knife and a bowl and then our spice. I haven't made these before, so let's have a little look. Knife on the tomato, nothing interesting happens. Okay, tomato on the bowl. Ah, perfect. Thank goodness. All right, chopped tomato. It looks gorgeous already. Let's add some spice. Oh, I sprinkle some spice over the chopped tomato. Oh no. Hey, my tomatoes are pretty good actually. There's a tasty tomato. And we have a bowl of chopped tomatoes with an extra kick. 29 spicy tomatoes, absolutely perfect. What a familiar painting. Man, it feels good to be making food, actually making something instead of sitting around waiting for that vat to brew with ale and Keldagrim. I'm getting so quick at lining these pie dishes with pastry. Hardly any tears in the pastry anymore. It's all super smooth, just laying it over the dish. I can definitely feel myself improving. And now our slow cooked beef that's been, oh my god, I ate some. No, it's so precious. It was really tasty actually. It's going to make a really good pie. Anyway, now our slow-cooked meat that's been chilling overnight, developing its flavour. This time, let's be a little more careful and we'll go pie shell on the meat. It might be time for a cooking montage, I believe. Whew. That feels like a very successful inventory of pies. And here are the pies. I think I've ended up with slightly over a full inventory's worth, which is just perfect. A steak and ale pie with spicy tomato dipping sauce. Well, let's make 2 more to match the amount of pies that I ended up with. Now we're ready. And I'm going to walk up to Varrock. I'm going to enjoy it. Thanks for everything, Vasken. Thanks for everything, cows. And here we are in the bustling city of Varrock, the cooking guild in the distance. All my goals in sight. And here at the city gates with the guards to protect me, we're going to start service. Let's hop to World 302. And so finally, after days of struggle, I began offering my food in Varrock. Free steak and ale pie, spicy tomato dipping sauce, free food to hungry adventurers. Harold! Would you like ale or stout? I'll give you the food first. Stout and ale. Business was slow at first, just a couple of shy adventurers who didn't say much. Eee! I heard voices to the north and followed them to find a thriving gathering. Oh my gosh, what's everyone doing here? This is the hangout spot. Heck yeah, enjoy. The first woman I met here tipped very generously, though she seemed to mistake me for a flight attendant. Oh no, I'm supposed to be, it's a sandwich. I'm supposed to be a chef. The party was loud, and some people were nice. And you can have an ale with your pie. Oh, you are so thoughtful. That genuinely is. And others not so nice. Oh my god. Well, man, people are really rude in Varrock 302. On the fringes of all the partying, I stumbled on some kind of shady deal. But I also met a friendly woman with a very cute pet raccoon who deserved a meat pie all of his own. Everything was black and white, good and bad. I saw a nice man petting a dog. Free pub meal. And then a man killing a guard in a single strike. Oh my. You annihilated that guard. Are you hungry? I have steak pies, spicy tomato sauce, and a pint of beer, all freshly cooked. I traded this wizard a pub meal, and he tipped me so generously I didn't know what to do except offer him another beer on the house. This is crazy, are you sure? Holy tadpole! He seemed like a nice wizard, even if he was powerful, but this is when the evening started to change. His friends arrived, and they all had so many gifts they wanted to give me. Gifts I couldn't accept. I'd already been given too much. I couldn't take all of it. Stop trying to give me stuff. All I wanted was to hand out my pies. This is more like it. Tadpole already gave me too much money. I am only here to share pies. Oh my gosh. What now? But the peer pressure got to me, so I accepted another tip. Alright. Only to be told I was a hustler, a criminal, not a pure-hearted pie chef at all. What are you implying? In my frenzy to give the money back, I did one of my classic misclicks and traded all the cash over to the wrong player without realizing it until right now. Doing the edit, I even recorded a different voiceover for this and I've had to change it. I really wanted to give that money back. At any rate, I hopped, thinking I'd freed my soul, when really I'd entangled it further, and I stood there in a new world. Here it was quiet, and my cries echoed in the empty streets. But the minutes passed and passed. The pies were growing cold in my hands. Once again, I had to follow the sound of voices. The Grand Exchange was busy, but not many people were hungry. Some strangers were kind, and others tried to run me out of town. What is this person doing? Help! Thank goodness, don't try to pay me anything. Oh, thank gosh. Okay. One person got some unrelated food poisoning. And another health crisis. Eventually, I met a man named DI11Y, baby, a foodie who clearly knew his stuff. He was curious about what I was offering and polite enough when he spoke with me. But as he walked away, I heard a voice nearby. Just his friend, he said. Just the wind. But I guess the wind didn't like my food. So when DI11Y asked for more, I refused him. There were others out there, and I offered my meals to them, shouting and shouting. And then thankfully, another traveller, a stranger in a fine hat. This is a brand new guy. I welcomed him and handed over my pies, only to discover another betrayal. DI11Y in disguise, and so I moved on, still hopeful. And then a slave in ragged clothes came to me. He was starving, the skin hanging off his bones. I had to offer him food, for free of course, only to discover that this too was another trick. Was I going crazy? I couldn't trust my own eyes. With the last pie in my hand, a new adventurer arrived. I traded over the meal, the steak and ale pie, the spicy tomato dipping sauce, a pint of beer, hopeful, but this too was all a trick. He was in league with DI11Y, and neither of them liked my cooking. What had I done wrong? Was it the cows I chose? Was it the tomatoes I grew? Was it the brewing? DI11Y's body started shaking, his face growing pale, and then the life left him in front of me. Oh my god, no! My food was bad. My food had done this. I need to go. I had to get out of here. So I fled. The Chef's Guild taunted me, a torment of what I could never achieve. I had so much left to learn, and I knew I had to do better. Thank you all for watching.